Yo. Man, price is moving so slow right now. Makes sense when you're way outside the kill zone, which is 3 times when I shouldn't be entering a trade. So we get better music going on here. I'm gonna open up the cards and such once we get to like 5 or more of you watching, and then we can go along with the trades and such. Guys, taking trades, so let me know. How'd you guys all trade today? Everyone in green today or what? For the most part, today was just straight up a trend day on indices, and then we did get some setups on gold. If anyone took those, there's some really good longs on gold. I missed one of them initially at market open, unfortunately, but the other ones did play out. Yeah, that would have been a 5 versus what I missed. Hold on. This chop is crazy. I think it's also because we had some crazy news today. So, the market would just had no idea where it wanted to go. I was really hoping for Tuesday high to get ran, but not with this kind of volume right now. Now we are chopping up, consolidating, so I can't expect a very big move at some point, but I'm personally not going to be interested in holding for this long. It's already been 2.5 hours. I'm currently in a gold long and my ES long as well. I've been holding this thing forever. Put out the Discord link real quick for people to join the Discord. What time did I go live last time? Let me see. $11 a.m. Okay, so that was still, I guess, when more people are trading. That makes sense. Does make sense. Alright guys, I'm gonna pull up my chart here so you guys can see it. Do you guys see my chart? And let me move this thing down real quick. This is my trading view currently. I'm currently in these gold longs, but I did move my TP for gold because I'm not gonna hold, and I don't know how much volume we'll get later on to get to that high time frame draw and liquidity target, which is already up there, which originally was not high time frame draw and liquidity, but you know, now it is because of how slow price is moving. So it is what it is. This price moving so slow, I'm not gonna hold for this long. So I moved my TP from up here to down here. So, and then for ES right now, I'm just holding my longs currently still. I'm probably gonna trail my stop loss in a second soon if we're just gonna consolidate here and not do anything. So we'll see what happens with that. It is really annoying though, because I'm very high probability ES is wanting to take out the New York session high here. It's just because we're in high time supply and it's still holding, it's having a hard time. And the main thing is really just the price delivery. That could change from time to time, so it won't always be the same price delivery here. And gold is about to hit my TP soon. I moved my TP down here, by the way. Right where my indicator basically marked it here. Just, I doubt we're going to get that big of a move after we've been, not consolidating, but kind of moving very slow for 3 hours. And I'd like to really close out today. I mean, I could just let it set and forget, but it might hit during the Asia session, and I don't want to hold that. Oh, last time I streamed at 1 p.m. Guess I'm a little late today. At least Mattis, what's up, man? Are you? Oh, you're the dude from the Discord, right? Joker 12 or something. Got. Why is everyone's name white? Oh, so you don't have a role. It did stream last time at 3 p.m. Jeez. Not necessarily, man. It depends how good your strategy is. If your strategy's not that good and robust, it's gonna be a hard day. No matter. It's gonna be a hard day if you don't have a strategy that can adapt to stuff like this. My strategy is fine. I can still trade fine with this, right? We just take continuations off this new value here. So to me, it's not really a problem. It's just the only issue to me is really just holding. I have to hold through 3 hours to hit TP. And I'm already in major profit right now. I'm just holding, so. And then gold, it's still also climbing very slow, but we should be able to hit TP here on gold. Again, for those that just joined, I moved my TP from gold to down here. So usually I don't move my TP, but seems like we're creating new value, new ranges. It might take a long time for price to get back up there. I don't know about you guys, but I don't usually hold trades for that long. Mattis, it depends. I'm looking at how price delivers. It's delivering fine right now. But I'm looking at it to see what also NQ is doing, because we do have that SMT with NQ, so something I am aware of. Mattis, it's fine if price delivers sideways while you're in a trade. It's not fine when you try to force trades while you already see it delivering sideways. I'm gonna check real quick. Okay, my stop loss is currently right there, so might get hit here. We could mitigate this, but there's some divergence here with ES. ES is stronger than NQ, which is good for me. And if prices move sideways like this, I'm not going to really be taking a trade here. I'm already in a setup, so. Alright, it just hit my trailing stop right there. Very unfortunate, because usually for the most part it will deliver there. But like, look, for example, like this, I probably would not be looking for a trade anymore. Even if my draw is still there here. Just because of how price is delivered here. It's not clean, it could just literally just do tons of sweeps for no reason. But there is continuations earlier if you could took them. If you took those, there are continuations. I wonder, do other streamers or trading streamers on YouTube, do they put background music in the streams? Oh, let me actually, if I put this on, give me a second, y'all. And the thing is, you can't keep blaming price action, right? At some point, you have to take personal accountability for your trading. And if we get a lot of manipulation, that is fine with me too. Because we always get that initial entry. So we don't have to worry about that. Let's see. I want to manage this.
Let's see if this music volume is good. Where is this? Hold on. Okay, perfect. It should work here. Just trying to set everything up here. Okay, does that look good? It's too big. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna make it probably like there. Size there. Alright, that should be good. What do you guys think about the new background or setup? Try to work on it. I got LED lights and such, or whatever those are called, the bar LEDs to put in the back, just to spice things up just a little bit for the streams, or just YouTube videos. Thought I needed like a background, and mine was originally just all white, so it's not the most professional background. I don't have like some Lamborghini in the back like Patrick Whelan, but it's what I can make do right now. Let's see what ES wants to do here. We just mitigated on NQ. ES, there's nothing to mitigate here. This could be an internal sweep. And then on gold, I'm still holding my trade. So I'm still in my gold long here, just holding. Let's see how the members did today. Let's see. Okay, so Kevin is up 3.5 risk reward off one trade. He took continuations, which is the right move because on hard time frame we were bullish, so that's good. People that were counter trending today will be losing, so just FYI. So if you're just counter trending today, these are days where you will lose. Show you some quick trades of the other trades I took today. I had one in the Asia session on ES. But basically we had a data wick play here, but that's counter trend. And if you look on the higher time frame here, we had a 1 hour sweep of the low. And so because we had this 1 hour sweep of the low, we're expecting to be bullish to pre-stay high. That's my draw on liquidity. And so I took a stop hunter setup, going to the upside, and my target here was just trend line liquidity here, so I can just mark this for you guys. This was basically trend line liquidity here that should all just get ran essentially right here. So that's my target there for 5 risk reward right there, 5.6. And then, I was not interested in shorting at all today, guys. I was not interested in shorting at all. Even if we do get a dump here, I'm not shorting this. To me, it's still, no matter what, mechanically a B setup. And I try to avoid B setups. I will take B setups from time to time. Like this here is like a B plus setup, I'd say. The only problem with this setup, why I failed, is obviously because we hit high time frame supply on the 30-minute, which is okay with me, right? That's okay with me. I don't mind taking that loss. I kind of anticipated it might not have a high probability of working out, so it was okay for me. You can size smaller on those if you want as well. That's something what you want to do, but that's the one loss I took, so that's fine with me. Up 4 risk reward, and then if you guys weren't on the stream earlier, I showed my stop and I got stopped out. I was originally monitoring price, seeing how price respects demand here, and for some reason the chart bugs out sometimes. Like, look at this. Do you guys see this candle? The opening close is not even correct. That is so whack. I don't know why that happens, but I was monitoring chart, or I was monitoring price here, essentially here, to see how it's respecting POIs, mitigation. You can even go in the seconds to monitor if you want, if you're more advanced, but it wasn't holding well, so there's no point in risking too much profit here. I just have my stop loss wherever this low of this candle is. I have no clue. It might have been here because this candle glitched. I have my trail stop loss right here, so I did get out. And I honestly, if you really have high conviction here, even with this type of delivery, you can go long here. If you get confirmation with the entry model, you can go long here, target the previous day high. Otherwise, I'm still currently in my gold longs. Still currently in my gold longs. Code gold. I just took one loss here, very small loss, just for one risk reward. Great reaction. I had an order here and then basically went up. I was already very deep in profit at this time, and obviously if I just target inducement here, it would have been completely chill here, but my target was past inducement. So, you know, there's pros and cons to each type of TP you want to use for my system. I sometimes like to go aggressive when I'm pro trend trading. Otherwise, if I'm counter, I'm keeping it conservative. And then now, if you guys just joined the stream, TP is there now for my gold long. So if you want to find a trade somehow on the seconds or such, if you have already backtested that, feel free to go up there for TP. But my TP or my entry is already down here. I'm just holding right now to TP. And I just have my stop loss at break even, because after all this price action, there's so much new value here. We should be respecting this new value. We shouldn't come down here at this point. If we just ran straight to my TP or ran up here and did not have this mitigation phase here, I probably would have just kept my stop loss open and just let it run. But because it came back here and it's annoying, no, I have my stop loss basically right here at this low. So if you guys see this right here, at the low of the structure point here, so I have my stop loss right there. And then once we mitigate that, we get an entry model to upside. I then basically move to break even, because that's a new trade idea. In terms of members, no one else has posted today from what I'm seeing. Let's see. I don't know how many, if Kevin took any other trades, but he did take a continuation earlier. Let's see if the music is loud. Music is kind of... Oh, the music is low-key too loud. I need to refresh my stream here in a second. Oh, I gotta change the title. What am I doing, bro? And then I'm gonna tally up the total risk reward made today in just a second. Gold is still running right now, so we'll see how that trade goes. And then I did post a trade recap, guys. Make sure to leave a like on that video. I include a lot of knowledge in that video for free for y'all. So definitely check that out. Just currently looking at my dashboard. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's see. So what Yes is doing. Don't have an entry yet. Now there is basically no mitigation here for NQ though. So there's mitigation for ES, but there's no mitigation on NQ. It would just be sweeps. So just liquidity sweeps. So there is a slight divergence today. Well, if we hit TP on gold, it would be about 3.5 risk reward. So gold, I'd be up basically 2.5 today. And then on ES, I trailed here for 1.6. I know it sounds a little depressing. It's just like, just kind of sucks. Sucks that price had to deliver this way, man. People probably got chopped up here. I'm assuming looking for entries. This is when my strategy system tells you not to be trading. you can, but it's just in general, if you're using most other types of strategies, they won't work in this chop. There it goes. There's ES. If it's gonna go for the high, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yo, yo, yo. I'm gonna mark out basically what the trades were today. You guys can probably go back and also rewatch the stream if you haven't. If you're one of the trades I took today. Do you trade more when you are consistently winning during the day? What does that mean? Gold is about to hit my TP here. Since I moved my TP, guys. If you're just showing the stream, I moved my TP from gold. Originally targeting all the way up there. I know it is a far target at the time with time theory, but I was willing to take it. But gold did come back. It did not hit my stop loss. My stop loss is right here, so it kept the mitigation cycle. It's about to hit my TP now, so I moved it because there's no volatility now. There's no reason to risk it at this point. And I doubt we might not be able to get there during New York session today. Let me check the volume real quick on stream, see if it's loud. Oh my gosh, gold is so close to TP. It's just creating new internal ranges. Just checking my accounts real quick, guys. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie, I do, if we can get a lot of volatility and volume right now on ES, I do see us going very far. In terms of we have a very good liquidity point on a 1 hour that I'm currently viewing. It's also on the 5 minute too. If we can get up there, it's a very, very good liquidity point. It's extremely good. I'm asking because when I was looking at my trades, I noticed that when I have a winning trade, it's way more likely to keep going to my thesis than when I take one loss. Are you saying, I mean, if you're drawing liquidity, is wrong, then yeah, continuously taking trades, you're just gonna take losses. It does depend on how you trade. I don't know how you trade entirely. Gold just edged my TP. Darren, you can use that rule. I know some people that use that. I just don't use it because I know how to adjust and such and recognize market conditions. So when you recognize it's favorable, you want to take trades. When you recognize it's not favorable, you don't want to be taking trades. See if ES can get to a new session high. I do have an alert there on my indicator set, but I am looking at this high here on ES right now. If we can get to this 1 hour high right here, might not be clear in a 1 hour. Here's a 30-minute. So this is my draw on a higher time frame. It just depends if we can break through this 30-minute supply. We've been consolidating at this supply for a very long time, which is a good sign of a big move because it's not bad because we are getting kind of close to pre-state high. You can't expect price to just push in one direction. Obviously, that'll be too easy for the markets. There's no liquidity. Now, if we just dump here, we could go down. We have this 30-minute down here that we could go down to for sure. If the 30-minute wants to hold, we could definitely come down to this 30-minute before going higher. So, just keep in mind, this is the internal structure on the 30-minute. Oh man, gold. It reacted off that sweep. So what happens when it creates new value and such? You have a 1 hour of new range, and price could theoretically come down here. But I am at break even anyway on my original position, so I mean, if it comes back down here, I'm still in the trade. This is the only con of having further targets in trading. Essentially, you might have to deal with situations like this, where you have to hold through mitigation cycles, and if time and volatility don't align, you get new phases in the market. So. Do you guys take any trades that are watching the stream, or do you guys just watch the stream? Just curious. There's divergence right now that I'm seeing on gold. I'm gonna zoom in here on the chart here. It's easier to see stuff. But again, still holding my gold long. We'll see what happens. Is the only problem, see, this is like the main basic problem with holding trades like outside your kill zone. You can just expect price to move like this, and it's definitely, it's much harder to trade when you get very small ranges too. It's also another problem, so it is a bummer. For those that just joined, this is my new background. Let me know what you guys think. It's nothing too crazy. Don't have a Lamborghini in the back like Patrick Whelan. If you guys also just joined, make sure to leave a like on the stream. See if we can get more people on here as well. Everyone might have stopped trading by now. It is really late in the day. What time is it? It's almost 3. There it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gold is going towards the TP now. This is why I hold my trades. ES. This is when you try to not trade. Like I said, it's uncertain. But there is a setup there if you want to take that. In terms of if we don't hold any of these lows here, this would be a failed mitigation cycle. And then at that point, this is like the only place you would really look for longs if that does not hold. And then past that, you're gonna have to look at the higher time frame. Usually, if I'm uncertain about like trades in terms of my drawn liquidity, POIs, I typically just avoid taking it. I know when I can have a very high win rate and when it's not. So that's something you guys definitely should be focused on in your journaling. That's why I'm able to maintain like such high win rate with the risk reward, 60 to 65% win rate average. I can identify when it's a lot easier in terms of my buys and draw, and where it makes a lot more sense in terms of price delivery than compared to other times where, for example, some people their trade system would just not work in this chop here. Let's see, NQ still held the low there. That's good. That is a good sign. It swept the low. ES did not sweep the internal low. It's holding, so, you know, again, like I said, I did call this out. If you want to take this trade here, this would be your long here to New York session high. Again, not financial advice, just a trade idea. Just a trade idea. I already got stopped out of my ES longs for those that just joined. Okay, I got stopped out in about 1.7 risk reward. How my trail is stop loss there. Usually I don't trail, but in times where I'm not trying to hold my trade for 3+ hours. You were still in that trade from 11.15 on gold, or is there another one? I'm still in this trade right here on gold. My TP is right here. It's the same trade. I held through all of this. Literally all of this. I could have secured 5 risk reward here, but I stick to my system. So my system, you can also TP here, right? That's up to you. I personally took 1 loss earlier on gold, so want to see if I can get like a pretty big green day. Prices didn't deliver exactly how I wanted to do, and I avoid all this chop here, right? I avoid all this chop. If you try trading this is going to be hard to manage your trades here. And my TP is now moved up here because time theory. So now we should be able to hit TP soon for my 3.5 risk reward on gold here. And if I check on ES, if you guys are in this long, to new session high, or if you want to go for the 30-minute hourly high that marked out, you can, as well as a target. That is a valid target as well. But it depends on if we get enough volume or not. If we don't, we could consolidate until market close, which I don't want to happen. Again, not financial advice. I have to say that because I saw some, this is one really big streamer that does trading streams, and he basically got, not copyright strike, he got a lot of reports on his YouTube channel. Unfortunately, YouTube had a manual audit on him, and they're saying it was like a get rich quick scheme for trading. So I have to say at times to not copy my trades. This is just ideas. I'm not trying to get my channel taken down. Gold is about to hit my TP, and there's an ES long there. Thank you, gold. There it is. Also, if you were using time theory, you can use my setups here to trade this new internal range here with a very clear draw on liquidity. If you guys are in the course, you know exactly what the setups are. There's a long here, and there's a long here, and there's a long here, and then there's a long here. So you could have had 3 potential trades here. The risk reward is probably just a small 2 risk reward if you're just targeting each high. If you're looking for this target, you just wait. I'm gonna assume that is gonna be manipulation there. So. Still holding. My break even is set though, so if price does somehow come all the way back here after all this consolidation and accumulation, then so be it. I'll take a -1 on gold today. Again, I don't trade in hindsight, guys, because I know some people are definitely gonna look at the stream and be like, yo, you could have ended the day a 4 risk reward with this 5-hour trade. Why'd you hold through all this, you know? But then it will be like times where, let's say, price does actually go towards a target up here on this POI, and if you're like, damn, why'd you not hold all the way to that target, you know? I don't trade in hindsight. I'm just trading what the market's giving me. So what it is currently giving me is, with new information, is this TP. So I'm going to wait for that. And then ES is about to go for that liquidity. If you guys took the trade. Straight up free trade idea. I'm trading also slightly green today. Okay, good, man. Slightly green is good. As long as, I mean, if you're counter trading today and you end in green, that's really good. If you're taking pro trend, you should be pretty green today. Like there's two my setups here. If you miss this initial long here to go to the upside, you would have caught 5 or sword either way. If you're targeting the 30-minute draw, that's like 8 right there off a single trade. You would have been done for the day there. So. Gold. I'm not even gonna look at gold, man. This is consolidating towards my TP. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Do you guys like the new background here? What do you guys think? Is it better or worse than my old white background? Better for me, don't like pure white. Okay, cool. That's good to know. It took me it took me a while yesterday to get all set up and move everything. But I'm glad it is better. I felt like pure white was kind of boring, so I felt like I needed to switch it up. There's literally another one of my entry models on gold right now occurring if you missed the initial long. So just to let y'all know out there, if you're still trading for some reason. I personally would not really trade at this time for the most part. But like I said, I called out a long trade idea, keyword idea, if you want to take it to the high. Otherwise, just watch. You just tape read. You don't have to take every trade. Just tape read the charts. Now, if we want to dump, we have to be holding this. This is a must. We have to be holding this here, because if we can hold this here, we can then either get internal sweep to then go higher, or we take all these lows out here. So if you're long here, you want to just have your conservative TP, you would have already made 1.6 right there again. But I do think that is going to be slightly lower probability given what has occurred so far in the market here. We got really close to the high. I do remember the other day when we got really close to the high, we actually edged it. I think it's literally happened to me twice on stream. One time, literally, it got very close, just like this, exactly like this. And then, because of a time theory, price decided to dump. And then they went straight back to TP. Straight back to TP, so... I'm thinking of what else should I add in the background, y'all. You guys have any ideas? I just don't want to make it too, like, I don't want to put too much stuff in the background. So, let me see what it looks like if I turn off my ring light here. Ooh. What do you guys think? It's probably too dark. I don't understand how people don't wear sunglasses, like when they have a ring light on, like this. Like, I don't know how people do it, man. My eyes burn if I have a ring light right in front of me, my face, with this high level brightness, and I don't have sunglasses on. Gold, any correlation with ES? NQ, yes, it has a slight inverse correlation. It's not a huge correlation, it's just a slight correlation. You can just backtest, man. A lot of these questions you can just get answered by just backtesting. You'll see for yourself the correlation. But to me, honestly, I wouldn't really worry too much about that. You can use this additional confluence, but I really wouldn't put too much emphasis on it. Gold is about to hit my TP here. In ES, if you took the long idea, that's the target right there. That is the target right there. Now let's see what NQ looks like. Ooh. We have huge, we swept the low here that made a new high. We have huge divergence on NQ right here, as you guys can see. We're not even close. We are not even close to the high. NQ will likely, based on my assumptions so far, on how price is delivering this huge divergence, NQ will likely not even take out the high. The only way we can is if this power hour, so 3 to 4 p.m. before my close, gives us a ton of volatility. Then we can easily go for those highs. Easily. Mattis, are you in this long? Oh, Mattis, you're a Joker, right? In the Discord. I remember you asked me a question about my course and such a few days ago. Magnets up for long. That's right. That is right. You know what? Let's get the magnet out here. Oh, this is not the magnet. That is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, dude. Let me see what Bitcoin is up to actually. Ew, the green looks ugly. That's not it. I'm just so bored right now. Let's see, they might gold hit TP. Gold hit my TP. There it is. So if you guys took my setups and models to take these internal continuations with this new time theory range, there's a TP there for 3 year support. So that's basically, I'm up 2.5 for the day on gold. Not too like crazy. It's not really that high for my average day. My average day is like 67, but I mean, I'm cool with taking a 3 considering what happened here in price, honestly. So okay, no more trades for me on gold. I'm done here, honestly. If you want to short this, you can, but my draw originally was higher, so it would basically be counter trend to what my idea was. So I'm not really interested in taking more trades after this on gold. Gold is completely done. Yo, this is not clear to me on gold. Done taking trades here. This is all right here on ES because we finally broke out of this consolidation here. You can consider this consolidation or just new internal small ranges if you want. This can be just considered internal swing structure here, but some people I know for sure, like I said, probably got chopped up here online. Mattis. Oh, I actually in a long. Yes. Oh, okay, that's cool. Did you just randomly impulse long? Like you just randomly took like. Let me guess. You just randomly took an entry here, didn't you? This should hit though for sure. Like this is probably at this point once we break above here and disrespect this PR once. If we disrespect it twice, it's like a 99% chance we rerun all this and take out the highs. So if you're in longs, I personally, I can't say this, but my trade idea is to run for the highs. Don't audit me, YouTube. Let's see what the volume sounds like. Alright, nice. Let's get it. Let's get it. If you're in a long, I better see your profits posted in the free chat. Come on, y'all. I gotta check my stream win rate in terms of trade ideas that I've discussed on stream, honestly. I think it's literally like a 70-75%. Because I only remember on stream I took, I think, total 3 losses and like 8 winners so far. I have to double check, but it should be something around that. So 72% win rate on stream. Taking mostly A+ setups or like at least A setups and avoiding basically like bad setups. And then if you look at NQ, it's just lagging behind a lot, but I don't really see any mitigation on any time frame here. There's no mitigation on any time frame. We just inverse that too, so we do look good on NQ as well if you were taking NQ. Otherwise, ES long is literally about to hit TP, y'all. It's literally about to hit TP. Let me just get rid of this drawing. Get rid of this. And I'm gonna put this into the member notes. For the course members, where did it go? I had the notes somewhere here. Oh, I can't see because of my sunglasses. Alright, well, just hide that. If you're in this long, man, better see those profits or executions or something in the free chat. I know we don't have a ton of people on stream today, so people will probably miss out on this trade here. But, you know, it's all good. So for me, this was about a 2 risk reward. So it's 2. I am basically up. We're not gonna count this trade here. This is mainly a trade idea for you guys if you want to take it. Just the trades I personally took for the most part today, up 6 risk reward. So it's a solid average day for me trading here. Nothing crazy. Again, some people, if you break even, that's the problem here because it's gonna be harder to enter on chop like this. And I recognize this chop, I'd say like at probably this point here. This is when I realized, okay, I'm already in a trade, so it didn't matter to me. But like, for example, if you're a course member and trying to look for trades, it's gonna be a little bit more iffy. You could see sweeps internally too before it hits your TP. There's nothing. Okay, this should easily go for the high here. There's no reason not to here. I'm not worried about this. You just, well, their emojis are good here. I don't even use these emojis. Alright, anyway. This is for jokes. GC. Now, for gold, wouldn't be shorting this. If you are still trading for some reason, don't trade on gold at least. But we could just basically go for this PY off my indicator that just marks them all. So this PY, and then we run those to the high. But again, this seems like volatility wise, it's not kicking in today, so I'm not holding that. Ready TP there. Don't trade if you're looking to try to trade gold. Don't trade that. Unless you see my setup or model, then take it long. Now we just wait for ES to hit TP. That's all we're doing. All we're doing. And again, a lot of people may think I'm sitting through all this. I'm just sitting through this in a sense because of course I need to update the course members and such. But for the most part, you can just set and forget. Did anyone try taking shorts today? I feel like there's people that did take shorts today. They probably got wrecked on this uptrend here. We got 5 people watching. I should probably refresh my stream here. Ooh, one of the videos is blocked for copyright. Which one is this? Oh no, I fixed that one. Never mind. Music, the music industry on YouTube just sucks, man. How they just like claim you, copyright claim you and such for just using like music. Guess it makes sense, but it's just annoying to deal with. There's obviously people that deal with that problem a lot more than me. But since I'm just a trading channel, but you know. Let's see what's going on. This is not a problem to me if it drops here. Because you still have liquidity resting above. Unless you want to go in the seconds and find something. I doubt there is something on the seconds. And I'd like to see, honestly, if we can get up here. Again, if you're in this trade, I would not be looking for this. Really? You can. It's double the risk reward. But I probably personally would not go for that. It's not guaranteed. This high right here is basically almost guaranteed. I don't want to say 100% win rate, but it's a pretty high probability. We do have supply right before that high, but since we're in an uptrend, it should get taken out. But we'll see if we can get that draw. High time for draw today. Oh. I'm gonna stop this music here. Whoa, what happened to my volume? Hold on. Why are my headphones like this? Give me a second, y'all. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. ES is just going to slowly climb to that draw. Might have to restart Discord, I see. Okay. Dude, I was thinking about if I can find some partnership with some like traders. It doesn't have to be anyone online. Like you don't have to be a YouTuber trader or influencer. You could just be some trader that's profitable. If you want to just hop on the streams, you know, we can have a discussion, maybe like an interview and such. I think those would be pretty cool to like conduct, like while we're in the meantime of a trade, for example, like right now. You can see gold is just climbing up. Telling you guys not to short this, right? You can see it's going up. It's not short. This is not good to short. We do have a lot of room to the upside on gold, so not good territory to be shorting. And let's see what NQ's doing. Going back for probably a stop hunter or a mitigation here. We took out this set of highs here. Preferably want to take out those and this one all the way to the left here. If we go to the higher time frame, if you guys want to know like my overall, going to 1 day, I mean literally this is the gap we're trying to fill right now on a higher time frame. We currently mitigated the gap, but I don't trade gaps, right? I use the PYs, which is up here. So we are very, very close, man. Like only a few days. Okay, let's look at the average range, 1.25. Literally within, my guess is within a week from today, we can get up to all-time highs. Tariff news so far fundamentally has been good. Everything in terms of the market, technicals, fundamentals has been looking good. So we can, for sure, I can foresee us booming in the market. Straight pump within the next week or so. So very good idea is to be really looking for longs in the bull market. Don't want to be counter trending. You can counter trend for scalps, but if you're not scalping, try not to take shorts. I'm hoping we can hit this TP on stream at least, because if not, I'm probably just going to end the stream in a bit. It's going to take too long because there's no other setups. I'm done trading for a day. No other trades to be taken here. There's no other steps to be taken today. I'm just reading some old chats in the stream. Darren said, yeah, because I noticed that I could double the amount of RR I can make in a day on average while keeping my max daily loss. Not entirely sure what context, but sure, I guess. I'm just curious, guys. Also, quick question. Do you guys find yourself watching more educational stuff in terms of trading content on YouTube, or do you find yourself more tuned into like the entertainment side in terms of like, let's say, I think Day in the Life are probably the most common entertainment forms of content for day traders online. Just kind of curious what a lot of people are really watching on YouTube. Again, gold is probably going to go up here. If you see, there's nothing on the 5 minute. My indicator is not marking anything else on other time frames. We could check, I guess, if you want to use it, try it out. There's also a free trial if you want to try it out, all the indicators. They're literally part of my strategy and system. I use them every single day. I don't use any indicators outside of the ones I custom coded for myself, just because the other ones don't matter to my strategy. So I try to keep things as simplified as possible and just have things that are actually useful in my strategy. Otherwise, there's no point in overcomplicating with too much stuff. it's gonna get real messy. Now, if guys want to do a quick dive on the seconds, there is an inverse of an inverse setup here. If you want to take the inverse of an inverse setup to continue going long, you can. That's where it is right now. And going the seconds, again, usually like when draw is this clear, I don't really jump on the seconds. It basically, I don't want to call it noise because time frames are a factor in the market, but like if your draw on the 1 minute is very clear, for the most part, that's good enough for me. I don't need to look at the seconds because people probably long here and get stopped out in the seconds. Like for example, you can get a really precise entry model with my strategy here on the seconds, like right here. And then if your target's the same, you can literally catch this trade. So this is what my entry model on the seconds would look like. This 5 risk reward right here, instead of a, what is this risk reward here? If you're turning to high, instead of 3 risk reward, it would be 5 risk reward. And if you imagine you taking this entry model down here, this is going to be literally a 13 risk reward trade on the seconds. But it's not something I would recommend unless you have enough experience trading it in the seconds, because the seconds you will get more manipulation. We're about to hit TP, y'all. New session high. My indicator should send alert automatically at that kill zone high. But we've been taking these New York session high kill zones pretty often for the most part. I remember, I think 2 streams ago, we took out New York session high, and then another stream, I think that was the one but right before, we literally swept it to the tick and then reversed, completely dumped off of it. So gold still climbing higher like I anticipated with my strategy. Should be going up here. if you guys want to know how you can get like an 80% plus win rate with one of the setups, this is basically how you can for those that just joined the stream. Yo. No sound. No sound. Damn, I guess my mic was off. Hold on. Yo, 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 test, 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 test. Music too loud. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Let's see. Question, do you guys prefer music or just no music at all? Alright, I'm going to see if this volume is good. I'm actually trying to figure out how to stream also on WAP right now. So I'm trying to set that up here, but might not be able to make it in time. Might not be able to make it in time. What? Huh. Camera's not getting identified. Let's see. That's weird. Now, how to screen share? Ooh. Okay, let's see if this works here. Now, the thing is, okay, I'm gonna rewatch the stream real quick, see what the sound sounds like. This is gonna be difficult. I'm trying to stream on WAP, I'll stream on YouTube here while we're still sitting through this trade. If you haven't TP'd or if you want to still hold for the high, you still can, right? It's still valid to hold for the high here. But if you wanted to just TP at one of these other highs, now if you're on NQ, you probably would just TP here. Like I said, it was weaker, so your targets would be closer here. And gold is obviously, like I said, just going up like usual. See, is there a way to... I guess my camera won't work on WAP. That's weird. Logitech capture? Nope. Oh, there it is. There's nothing on here. Maybe the camera won't work with two things going on at once. That's my guess. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work on WAP. Okay. Probably gonna end the stream soon here, guys. It is really late, 3:41. And gold is just moving up like usual. Like I said, you're trying to find longs on gold. Gold is still moving up. Alright, I'm gonna end it here, you guys. I don't think anything else is really gonna go on in the markets, honestly. There's no point in really trading at this time. If you're still in the trade, you can, with my entry model, you can just TP for Wondrous Ward here, since we're about market's about to close soon. Don't really want to, can't really hold a trade through market closure. So just TP there for Wondrous Ward. If you want to see if you can get, we can get good volume. I mean, you don't have much time, so if you want to gamble and see if you can get good volume, you can try. Otherwise, it's TP for Wondrous Ward and we call it a day. Or if you TP at any of the highs, or if you're trading on NQ, you TP at the high. There's your winning trade. So, yeah, this is why it's important to have a good entry, right? If you have a good entry price, you can manage your trades, either trail stop loss, move to break even. There's many more ways to manage your trade. While let's say if someone just entered here, it would be definitely a lot harder for sure, as you can see, to really manage this trade here properly. So yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy the stream. Don't know how, again, like I said, how frequently. I don't have a stream schedule. I'm sure there's be more people that will join if I did have a strict stream schedule, but that's not something I have very set in stone. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna try to mess around with the background, see what people like more. But I do hope you guys do enjoy the stream and end your day green today. And I shall see you guys in the next stream. Peace.